everybody, and welcome to the campus of Nashua High School South. I'm John Collins, and we are moments away from the Panthers hosting the Merrimack Tomahawks here in high school boys basketball in the, it's the second pandemic winter. This is 2021, a February 5 of 2021, as we get set to do battle here. These two teams have already met this season. You'll see that dance, that two-game dance all through the schedule for the boys and girls teams. They usually play each other back-to-back, sometimes home and home. And in the previous game, the Panthers did handle Merrimack quite easily. North handled. Is it North? Yes. They handled them. The Panthers and the Tomahawks did battle, and I do have a score for you from that game that was played just a few days ago. The Tomahawks come into a gym that's not even half full. There's a lot of COVID rules, and just the crowds are down across the board in high school sports. Of course, the excitement will remain on the court, but just like for the NFL, the Super Bowl game this weekend, there'll be 22,000 fans in the stands in Tampa in a stadium that holds 66,000. So that's about the rule all the way across high school, college, and pro sports. They don't let you pack the gyms or the stadiums anymore, at least not yet, until we get out of the woods on this COVID-19 pandemic. Hope you guys are surviving and thriving despite the often literally suffocating conditions. We have to wear these masks. Our cameraman Tim O'Neill for Nashua TV soldiers on. He has to wear a mask as well and keep safe in the various venues that we go into. So the score between South and Merrimack on the 3rd, that's 2 nights ago, South handled Merrimack quite handily, 60-43, a 17-point victory. Now you might think we'll see a repeat tonight, but not so fast. If you look through the schedule, there's been a lot of situations where a team will trounce a team one night, and then 2 nights later when those same two teams play, it's a different story. For example, South lost to Wyndham in their very first boys basketball game for South this season. South lost to Wyndham 65-36. That was back on January 26. Only 3 nights later, on January 29, after having been defeated by Wyndham by 19 points. 65 minus 36. That's 29 points. They lost to Wyndham. They came back and they beat them right here at Nashua High South, 55-51. So you see how they learned from that first game, or they might have been really rusty, and they defeated Wyndham in game 2. So they don't want to let Merrimack do the same thing that happened to Wyndham, whereas South bounced back against the Jaguars of Wyndham, and they don't want to let the Tomahawks bounce back here after a 17-point beatdown a few nights ago at the hands of South. So we will have basketball coming up here. My partner Tom King will join me shortly as he hustles down from a hockey game in Manchester. We'll get a nice update on that. Actually, it was a Merrimack game. That was a Merrimack High School hockey game against an out-of-town team. Some tough competition for the Tomahawks, and we'll find out from Tom directly how the Merrimack Tomahawks hockey team fared, as we hope to do some hockey for you this season. We'll see, but there's been some exciting basketball already, girls and boys this week, and again tonight, as Merrimack and South will do battle here at the South Gymnasium. No jump balls during the COVID time, so we'll go with a throw-in. 8 minutes on the clock in New Hampshire girls and boys basketball. We are underway with the visiting team, the Tomahawks, with the first possession as they move the ball around the court, looking for that first shot. The same basket they just warmed up on, although I got to admit I saw a lot of misses there as the Merrimack boys were warming up. I don't know if the spectacular routines of the South cheerleaders underneath the basket had anything to do with it, the distraction, but they do miss their first shot as a long possession for Merrimack yields no points, and South trying to answer back right away. Thinking about the shot was Jaden Murphy, but he brought it down, and he's going to look for a maybe more quality chance in close as the Panthers move the ball around on their first possession. Cutting into the paint and then kicking it back out into the corner. A dish, a wide open shooter, and that's going to be Rhett Medling who makes the first basket of the game. Rhett Medling with a wide open 10-footer, and we have the scoring underway here at South. The Panthers on top first, 2-0. And again, they won the game against Merrimack a few nights ago, 60 to 43, a 17-point victory. Again, the visitors come up with a three-pointer, so I was kind of dissing the shooting ability of the Tomahawks, but they're able to nail one, and they get the ball back so they could expand on that 3-2 lead as they do hit the first three-pointer attempted by either team of the game. A bobble there, and it's a first foul of the game called against Jaden Murphy as he was reaching in on Matt Veluzzi. Merrimack boys basketball roster has no seniors. You heard that right. There is no senior on the blue jersey team here for the Tomahawks. So some inexperience perhaps, but they got the lead at least for the moment, up 3-2. Trying to change the storyline from game one 2 nights ago. A steal, good hands. Cody Rocheleau goes the distance. Not able to get the lay-in to go though. And the Tomahawks are right back with it. Nearly a steal there as Zach Castanguay had a hand on the ball, but Merrimack maintains possession. Aiden Ponder, number 11, gets it inside. Isaac Infante has it stolen away. A second steal of the game for Cody Rocheleau. This time he goes the distance and draws the hard foul. Cody took the ball to the basket. Actually, he dished to Zach Castanguay. Game moves fast when you blink. So Zach Castanguay, the 5'8" guard, class of 2024. What would that make him? We're in 2021 right now, right? So this makes him a freshman, I do believe. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's a freshman. He's at the line. He's making an impact. He hits both shots, so he gives the Panthers the lead back, 4-3. Played just over 2 minutes of the first quarter between these two teams. You can throw the results of that first game. A 60-43 victory for the Panthers out the window as both teams come out with equal intensity, and just 1 point separates them here early. The Tomahawks with a throwaway, and the Panthers bringing the ball deliberately down the court. The big man, Rhett Medling, dishes, and nice catch before it goes out of bounds. Hulfachor, Alex Hulfachor, missed the long shot. Tomahawks pressing the pace. Now they'll slow it down. Around the perimeter, Aiden Ponder passes it to Matt Veluzzi. Veluzzi gives it to Isaac Infante. Infante, far side again to Ponder. Ponder off a pick. The jumper, short. Great rebound, and the putback attempt kind of wildly. Almost a trick shot there by Shea Goodwin, number 2. And then Merrimack steals it back. Nearly a steal again. Some defenders getting in the passing lanes here and disrupting the offense for both teams. 4-3, the Panthers lead, but Merrimack trying to take the lead back on the seesaw, and Aiden Ponder gets it to go. The one-handed floater as he cuts through traffic in the paint. There's a foul from behind as Zach Castanguay might have got a little bit too eager to catch up and take the ball away from the Tomahawks. It is a foul against the Tomahawks. Must have been, oh yeah, it was the Panther player that had it, so he was fouled from behind. So Zach Castanguay going to work to his right. Hands it off. Hulfachor got fouled. as he went up in the paint. You could see no acting involved there. Alex Halfachur, it's a junior, 6 feet. Mr. Excitement. He's very enthusiastic when he plays basketball, and he's a non-stop energy type guy. Hits the basket. Well, those energy type guys that have a high motor, you would think it's tough to settle down and hit free throws, but you can tell Alex practices them a lot, and he hits them both. 6-all here at the campus of Nashua High South as the Panthers put on the full court press on the Merrimack Tomahawks. We've played 4 minutes. There's a steal. Jaden Murphy got in the passing lane, and answering right back, Shea Goodwin for the Tomahawks. Passes it to Infante. The spin move underneath. Doesn't get it to go, but the follow is good by Jack Tarleton. Small forward, the junior, was in the right spot. Rhett Medling over the block attempt, and what a sweet touch Rhett Medling has. That's his second basket of the game. He scored the game's first 2 points. Now he adds 2 more, and he gives the Panthers the lead back, 8-7. Here come the Tomahawks cross midcourt. 3.5 minutes left to go, first quarter. Quality basketball so far. Exciting to watch here on a Friday night at Nashua High South. There you see Nate Mazerow, the South coach, in the background on your screen, as the Merrimack Tomahawks are long on the shot and they steal it. So some sloppy ball handling by both teams, really, but the Panthers seem to have maybe the edge on giveaways right now, and also the Tomahawks have the edge on rebounds for the moment anyway, as there was a great follow by Aiden Ponder to score 2 and put the Tomahawks on top 9-8, make that 10-9. The Panthers answer right back on a baseline drive. So a seesaw battle here in the first quarter. You would never know which one of these two teams won by 17 2 nights ago. It seems to be even Steven. And there's a miss by the Tomahawks. Pushing the pace, the Panthers with a touchdown pass to Halfachur on Super Bowl weekend. And credit the quarterback in that instance, Jaden Murphy, to Halfachur for 2 instead of 6, but they'll take it. 12-9. The Panthers up by a tray now. And the steal, Jaden Murphy, what a hustle. He had 1 foot out of bounds, so if he did get it, he'd probably be called out of bounds, but he may have forced a jump ball. Timeout called by the Tomahawks. I think they wanted to retain possession. First timeout of the game. Here we are on a Friday night, February 5. We will be able to ask our resident football expert, Tom King, who does he think will win the Super Bowl when he gets here? And because this game is recorded, you may be seeing it after Brady and Mahomes do a battle. My thing is, the Chiefs should win the game, but I just feel like Tom Brady is going to find a way. And for Patriots fans, I don't know how you feel. Jerry Seinfeld once called it rooting for laundry instead of people. When they trade teams, you start to hate the person and still love your home team, which I do. But I have to admit, I will be rooting for Tom Brady against the evil empire of the Kansas City Chiefs come Sunday. I don't know about you, but Tom Brady gave his all to the Patriots for 2 decades, and I feel like the least I can do is to root him on in his Tampa Bay endeavor in the, I think, twilight of his career. Infante in the paint, gets it to go with the left hand. Good play by the Merrimack power forward, Isaac Infante, just a sophomore. Halfachur, the cutting Medling. Oh, what a great play. Rhett Medling in the middle at 6'8". Nobody was going to block that one. On a great feed from Halfachur. Foul in the backcourt against the Panthers. Not to the liking of Coach Mazerow. And he's going to bring the big man into the game. Now this is Miles McClintic. McClintic is checking into the game. He is a sophomore, class of 2023. He is 6, what is he? There's Merrimack driving to the basket. Miles McClintic is 6'6". I felt like he was more like 6'11". when I stood near him in the corner of the court walking by during warm-ups. So He'll be on the court now shortly. Number 33, great basketball number. As you see him down underneath the basket. Good size on the court for the Panthers. Cross-court pass, Helpachur finds McClintock. The turnaround's good. Instant offense from M&M. Miles McClintock, almost a steal. The full court press giving Merrimack problems here. Now they beat it. They get down to the baseline all the way, and that's a double dribble. Turnover against number 2, Shea Goodwin, just kind of looking for a teammate to pass to, and he kind of got nonchalant on the dribble, turned it over. So it's a Panther ball with just under a minute left in the first quarter. Suddenly you see what was a seesaw game, 1 point each way, a 5-point lead now for the Panthers and a chance to really open a gap here in the final minute. McClintock, oh, that was a much harder shot, an easier shot, excuse me, than the one he just made earlier, the turnaround, but that doesn't go. So here's the Tomahawks trying to get a basket, cut into a 5-point deficit with a half a minute to go in the first quarter. They move it all the way around the perimeter. Inside it goes. The turnaround leaper goes out of bounds, and that'll be off Merrimack. It's going to be South ball. Fast and furious action underneath the basket. 16-11. South again has a chance to add to their 5-point lead. And down the court they come. Number 3 for the Panthers is Jeremiah Mitchell. Up top, Zach Castonguay moving to his left, the freshman, cutting to his right, jumps, the shot, and it's gone. 3 points at the buzzer, Jeremiah Mitchell. Beautiful shot and great clock awareness by Jeremiah Mitchell. He caught it and got rid of it like it was a hot potato because he knew time was about to expire, and he nails it. So it's a 19-11, 8-point lead for the Panthers as the buzzer sounded to end the first quarter. Such a close game for most of that quarter. It was a seesaw for a while with each team leading by a point. Back and forth they went, and suddenly, right in the last couple of minutes, the Panthers open up an 8-point lead. So we go to the second quarter as the Panthers are threatening to repeat the scoring performance, the winning performance against Merrimack of a couple of nights ago when they won by 17. We'll see what occurs here in the next 3 quarters, but it's a great start for Nashua South. 2 fouls against the Panthers through the first quarter, and 3 fouls against the visitors from Merrimack through the first 8 minutes of play. John Collins along with Tom King, our cameraman, Tim O'Neill at Nashua ETV. Friday night basketball action on a February 5 of 2021. Welcome all, and we go right back at it. Tyler Armin, number 0 for the Panthers, dishes it off to Karsten Lemire, number 10. Lemire driving, flings it back out to Armin. He tried to get it back to, actually McClintock gets it out to Mitchell, who just hit that 3. That one is a little bit long on the shot, so he missed that one, but it looked good out of his hand. And we're going to see who's going to score the first few points of the second quarter. The Tomahawks with it. Number 3 is Kyle Egan for the Tomahawks, and he dishes it off. Good tight man-to-man defense being played by the Panthers. A little bit of a zone, a little bit of man-to-man mix, actually. Luke DeFossis, number 5, thought about a shot, but it's more perimeter passing for the Tomahawks. Kyle Egan, up top it goes, launching Caden Dumont. Ryan Turley shot doesn't go, and out of bounds. The Tomahawks with a lengthy possession, but nothing to show for it there.
Well, John, tight man-to-man defense is what Nate Mazzarolo is all about. So.
Yes, sir. You're seeing a lot of it here through the first 9 minutes. It was a seesaw battle for most of the first quarter, Tom, and suddenly in the last 2 minutes, South opened up an 8-point lead.
It's a young Merrimack team, John. They have no seniors.
No seniors at all. I noticed that.
And Tim Goodridge, their coach, took the year off. He took a leave. So you're gonna have that happen.
Miles McClintock missed a gimme, and so do the Tomahawks. They don't save it. It went out of bounds, crashing into the stands. What a hustle play by the Tomahawks, number 20. I think that would that be? Yes, Ryan Turley went into the stands to try to track that down, and he ended up with a face full of bench actually to the right. Jeremiah Mitchell has it near the top of the key. He swings it into the corner. 0. Tyler Armin. A catch and shoot by Karsten Lemire doesn't go, and we are still 19-11 over 2 minutes into the second quarter. Nobody has scored yet. That is the score at the end of the first quarter that remains on the board, 19-11. The catch and shoot from far distance, and I spoke too soon because Merrimack just scored the first 3 points of quarter number 2. A nice three-pointer from the corner by Luke DeFossis. What's the call underneath?
Out of bounds off of Merrimack. It should be south ball. But you know what, John? Merrimack's going to be as good as their defense takes them. That's what they can't forget. The young players. Young players to play defense is not an easy thing to do. And that's what they have to do in this game. South's got some really good athletes. They were on display the last week. And, I mean, we'll see them again on Sunday in a very athletic contest with Nashua North.
Jeremiah Mitchell misses the shot. He got that spectacular buzzer beater at the end of the first quarter for 3 points to give the Panthers a 19-11 lead. That was a tough struggle to get out of the stands there for Kyle Egan. I hope he's okay. Huge hustle by number 3. Must have sprinted about 30 yards in 3 different directions in 10 seconds, but now it's settling down as we've got the whistle, and 19-14. Only 3 points have been scored so far in the second quarter, a three-pointer belonging to the Tomahawks. And once again, pointing out they lost by 17 2 nights ago, but you can throw that score out.
Well, the back-to-back situations are interesting. You have some time to make adjustments.
You know this, Tom.
Right.
The back-to-back, Wyndham and South, 2 different stories, huh? And 3 nights later,
sure,
a loss for South in their opener, and then a win.
Right, and that's the big thing.
Yeah, against Wyndham. So let's see what happens tonight. South is looking for the sweep. There's a reverse that doesn't go.
John, South gets into trouble when they try to get too fancy.
Well, that was pretty fancy.
Well, you don't need to do that.
No,
just go to the
do
hole.
not.
Just go to the basket, and if you don't get the hoop, you're going to get the foul.
That was like a trick shot by Michael Rutstein.
Right.
And it didn't go.
No.
So it's a one-score game.
This is the guy that's walking towards me right now, Cody Rochelle, number 11. If he has a good game, chances are South will have a good game. He makes them tick.
Number 11 for the Panthers, a player to keep an eye on. An open jumper from the foul line doesn't go for Matt Valuzzi, and down come the Panthers. And Alex Hulfetcher is dishing it off to Medling, and he gets fouled.
Yeah, they get it to Rhett Medling, and Medling, if he just was a little bit, another 10 pounds, he could really dominate in the paint and push people out of the way and get away with it.
I hear you.
But he's got that offensive skill, so if he can make the most of that right now and have that motion, he'll be in good shape there.
Rhett Medling at the foul line. He is a junior, 6'8", and he's showed off his scoring touch tonight as I jinxed him from the foul shot. But he's got some nice field goals that he made tonight.
You just killed him.
I did. And there's a near steal for the Panthers. Been a lot of turnovers through the first 12 minutes of this game. We are halfway through the second quarter. 4 minutes remain in the first half, and the Panthers have been shut out through the first 4 minutes of the second quarter, Tom, a cause for concern.
Yeah, I would be.
Merrimack with it, have a chance to tie it up or better on
so
this
you know
possession.
my theory, John, when you have struggles offensively.
Best offense is a good defense
exactly.
to produce points. Let's see. They would stop Merrimack here, and they can't because Infante makes a difficult shot underneath the hoop.
Makes a good shot.
Panthers looking for some offense here. They have allowed Merrimack all the way back in. It's just a 1-point game right now, 19-18. There's a ball underneath. Medling was double teamed, so he kicks it back out. Rochelo with it. Will he shoot it? Going to his left. He had a pick, decided not to. Jaden Murphy into the corner. Almost the catch and shoot by the freshman Castaway. Instead, it's back to Murphy. He misses to the right, and here come the Tomahawks. Chance to take the lead after trailing 19-11 at the start of the second quarter. We have played 5 minutes of the second quarter and still no points in this frame for the Panthers. Underneath, and Merrimack has the lead. Timeout South.
Well,
20-19.
That's what's going to happen if you don't get back on defense and they find a way to get inside.
I did not see that happening after the first quarter of play. 20-19, the Merrimack Tomahawks are on top after trailing 19-11 to start this second quarter. The Panthers are looking for some offense as they'll come out of this huddle with the ball. Merrimack just scoring the basket right underneath, a little bit too easy for Coach Nate Masrow's liking, I'm sure about that. So coming up on the schedule for both of these teams, what do we have? We have next game for South is going to be against North, and we're going to do that game on Super Bowl Sunday. Super Bowl Sunday at 1 o'clock, North versus South, right here at Nashua High South. So that was a rescheduled game, and we're glad to do it. Actually, both of the North-South games that were supposed to be played on January 19th and the 22nd, they were canceled. So they'll be making the first one up on February 7th, Super Bowl Sunday, 1 o'clock. Hopefully we'll do it live and add to the excitement of the big day. South looking for that key shot. They can't get it to fall. Hulfacher's shot doesn't go, and now Merrimack has a chance to add to their 1-point lead. 2.5 minutes to go in the half. A loss of the handle, but somehow Merrimack, things are going their way. A loose ball, and Infante was right there to collect. A runner wildly shot up there by Luke DeFossis, and it's a easy rebound. Jaden Murphy underneath, that one doesn't go. The runner, and Rhett Medling rattles one in. The first 2 points of the second quarter for the Panthers actually still give them the lead. They're very fortunate. 21-20, South is up on their home court here. 1:45 left to go. First half, wide open. Infante just launches it and misses it long, and we have a foul on the floor against the Panthers. Rochelo, he got called for a hack down on the arms, I guess, of the would-be rebounder for the Tomahawks underneath the offensive board. Infante with the inbounds pass, the catch and shoot from the corner, looked good out of his hand but doesn't go for Aiden Ponder. Jeremiah Mitchell, who has a 3 in this game, splits the defense and gets rejected by Ponder. Wide open underneath, doesn't go. I think it's a good non-call, and we have a turnover against the Tomahawks. I guess it's not a foul. I think maybe number 11, Aiden Ponder, still had a foot out of bounds when he grabbed the loose ball, but it is South ball with a chance to add to their 21-20 lead. They have been outscored in this second quarter by a score of 9-2 and still have the lead because they led 19-11 at the end of the first. There's a run at Rochelo, and it doesn't go, but Rhett Medling is there to pick up his teammate with an easy putback. Right place at the right time for number 24, Rhett Medling, who's got at least 6, maybe 8 or 9 points in this first half. We'll have to consult with the official scorer. 45 seconds left to go in the first half. Merrimack trailing by 3. They'll go for two. They miss. South fast break. Down court it goes. Jeremiah Mitchell receives it and puts it in. Jaden Murphy has made a couple of great touchdown passes here on Super Bowl Sunday for the Panthers. And he's got two great assists in that sort of fashion. Down the court and a good catch and lay-in for the Panthers. There's a distance shot from Merrimack. It doesn't go, but getting his own rebound is Aiden Ponder, and actually doesn't go either. Down court come the Panthers as they catch Merrimack napping on defense for two more. And how did this happen? South hadn't scored a point for over 5 minutes. Was it 6 minutes before the half ended here? And all of a sudden they have a burst of 8 points and they retake a decent lead, 27-20. Before halftime, they managed to find their scoring touch and they have a burst and they're back up by 7.
Well, they took the ball to the basket. Stopped trying to be fancy.
Yep.
Took the ball to the basket, but what they also did was they offensive rebounded. Maitland got inside for two quick hoops and they got it right. And another one.
Definitely.
You know, and those are key hoops right there. And it's a good run for them. It's an 8-0 run, and basketball's a game of runs. High school basketball's a game of runs. But you see you see the young team, no urgency. 4 seconds left, and he's walking the ball up the court. You know, what are you doing?
Gotta have some clock awareness.
You've got to, and
that's what was so thrilling about the buzzer beater that Jeremiah Mitchell at the end of the first quarter. He received a pass. His teammate has back to the clock, but Mitchell knew that he had less than half a second to catch and shoot it, and he did it from distance, and he made it, and he was clock aware. But if you're not, you're going to lose basketball.
Right, exactly, and they lost baskets there.
Yeah.
So
Friday night basketball excitement here, Tom King.
I had Friday night hockey excitement.
You did. You're going to tell us all
Arena.
about that, too, when we come back after a quick halftime break here on Nashua TV. With the score, South leading Merrimack 27-20. Come back with us on Nashua.
Show some respect. Show you give a damn. Show the world how it's done. Show them that when your community needed you the most, you showed up. Mask up, America.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Welcome back, everybody, to South High School. John Collins with Tom King, our cameraman Tim O'Neill here on Nashua TV. It's Friday night basketball. Friday night of basketball is Super Bowl weekend, I might point out. Tom and my pal Tom Brady have abandoned us. He's in the Super Bowl again, but he left me behind as a Patriots player and Tom behind as a media guy because he covers the Patriots.
Well, I used to have the edge on Tom Brady for Super Bowls, 10-9, but now he has tied me up. How about that, huh?
He's going on without you. Yep. That's why.
He's got his 10.
Oh my gosh. And I just got to ask you quick, do you have a prediction on this? Did you already put it in the paper?
It'll be in tomorrow's paper.
Tomorrow's paper, okay. I didn't want to.
The one that gets mailed on Saturday is technically the Sunday paper. Yep. It's the weekend paper. And you can also, I believe, catch it on Channel 9 on Saturday night.
Really?
Yep.
Good for you.
Yes. So
I will look for that.
Yep.
Tom King on Channel 9 Saturday night, talking Super Bowl. Right now, he's talking high school basketball. And Tom, a 27-20 South lead. You saw into the locker room at halftime. Nate Masrow's locker room was right out here in the open because of COVID rules, and he was on the whiteboard.
It was great, wasn't it?
He looked like, was he talking defense or offense?
I have no idea. I didn't get that close. Should ask Lauren. She's up there.
Oh, that's true. There's a long on the shot. So the Panthers hope to have a better third quarter scoring-wise than they did in the second quarter when they waited 6 minutes to score their first points. Then they had an 8-point burst.
Right, exactly.
8-point burst in 2 minutes.
Yeah, 1:59 when Medling put a tip in.
Yeah, and that was because they finally went to the basket. Like Tom said, they were just trying all these fancy things and it wasn't working. And then they went back to the basics. 8 points later, they're up 27-20, and both teams still looking for that elusive first basket. Half number 2 into the corner, catch and shoot. Jeremiah Mitchell left that one short. And Merrimack gets sloppy with the basketball on the way up the court. Into the corner, Huffhacher shoots it, and misses it. What a spectacular follow by Cody Rochelo.
Cody Rochelo, I told you, John, he's the most athletic on this team. He's a good player.
Looked like he got lowered from the rafters to make that follow.
It's a big rebound.
And Merrimack's got to be a little stunned about that because unless you looked up, you wouldn't have seen him coming from on high. A great play. A miss by Aiden Ponder to the right of the basket, and down court come the Panthers. A step on the line by Huffhacher, and it's a turnover. So the Tomahawks will take it inbounds, looking for their first points of the second half. Full court press by the Panthers again, making life difficult for the Tomahawks. Nearly a steal as Cody Rochelo stepped up, but the Tomahawks able to put it home.
Yep, stayed with it. Good offensive rebound.
Yeah, good work by Jack Tarleton for the basket for the Merrimack Tomahawks, their first of the second half. 29-22, the miss by the Panthers, and a chance to cut it to 5, maybe 4 right now for Merrimack. They'll go inside, they'll settle for 2, and it's Jack Tarleton again.
Yep, Tarleton has been one of their better players all season long in this young season.
Strong to the basket, just throwing it up as he draws the foul was Alex Huffhacher. His brother graduated, did he?
Andres, yes.
Andres, yes. What if he's playing basketball at the next level at all? No, we don't.
None of the small colleges are playing, John.
No, it's too bad.
So everybody gets that extra year.
Okay.
They may get a couple of games in this season independently. No conferences are playing.
Yeah.
So.
So but the big money, big college basketball goes on, huh? It's good rebound. Ponder actually lost his balance after he came down with that impressive defensive rebound, and it caused the travel. So he kind of stumbled backwards a little bit. I think he expected a body to be there, and there was nobody to lean against. So,
yep.
Inbounds by Mitchell to the side.
They want to get it inside to Redley if they can.
Huffhacher swings it to Mitchell, bounces it to Medling. Good ball movement by the Panthers. Looked like Bentley gave up some pretty good positioning, though, underneath. I guess he was too far under the basket. Jaden Murphy feeds Mitchell. Mitchell launches short to the right, and Merrimack rebound.
That's the right shot. He was wide open in that corner, but I would still try to force feed Medling down low. Here we go.
Steal. Huffhacher looking for trailers. Spin move, goes! Whoa, Alex, nice play. Found his bearings as he did a 360 and laid it in.
They have scorers on this team. They have good players.
Huffhacher's on fire right now with the steal. Fires it to Mitchell ahead of the field. Puts it up, gets fouled, and it doesn't go. But a good solid drive to the basket by the Panthers produces free throws with 5:02 to go in the third quarter. Timeout.
Timeout Merrimack. 5:02 to play. South in transition, maintaining that lead of 7 points that they had at the half.
And 3 minutes into the third quarter, no fouls committed by the Panthers.
Oh, now you just jinxed them again. So.
Up by 7. As we mentioned, they played a couple of nights ago, and South came away with a 17-point victory over Merrimack. Earlier in the season, South played back-to-back games against Wyndham, the opener for them after a few cancellations. They lost to the Jaguars, and they came back 3 nights later, and they won against the Jaguars. So, as we were saying, you don't really know what the outcome is going to be in Game 2 all the time. Although I did notice, was it one of the teams put a 15-point beating on the other team twice. It was Timberlane, right? No, Alvern.
Alvern got 2 wins over
Alvern
Nashua
got
North.
2 wins over.
But the second one was close. The second one was a 1-pointer. He at North.
Okay.
In girls.
In girls, yeah.
Yep.
I was looking at Merrimack played Alvern twice, and they beat them twice by the same 15-point margin. No. Alvern beat Merrimack by 15 points twice in a row, is what happened. Alvern.
Yes.
Yeah. So free throws for the Panthers.
Yes, because I covered the first one in Hudson.
So 15 points is the spread when Merrimack plays.
Well, Merrimack is, they won their first game on the road at Salem, and they've lost 5 in a row. So
yes, right.
They're trying to get it going. Here we go.
Medling drives to the basket and makes it. Good decision by Rhett as he almost faked to go to the trailer, and then he put it in. Pretty easy basket in the end. And expanding on their lead now, up by 11.
Well, Holfacker almost had a steal.
Ponder gets it inside. Tarleton driving, and he runs out of room.
Well, Medling, he ran out of room because he's trying to avoid Medling on the baseline, John. And Medling with that, Medling is a factor in there.
Yeah, he might not have a big body, but he's got a long reach.
Right.
And so Tarleton could not find an easy path to the hoop. Inbounding of the Tomahawks.
Wait till you, have we done North together yet? We have, haven't we? Did we do the North opener? The North Alvern game. Didn't we do that one?
Who's the coach on North this year?
Steve Lane.
Yeah, I did it.
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah,
right.
we did it. Yeah.
Remember we talked about McElliott?
Right.
He's just getting better and better every game.
Is he really?
Yes, he is.
Good for him.
And he's motor. I mean, the motor on that kid is unbelievable.
Yeah. Cross court. Jeremiah Mitchell. And
now, see, the good thing about Medling is he could have taken that shot. Medling is that good.
South taking a rare breather here on offense. They usually make up their mind and shoot it pretty quick.
Yeah, they got an 11-point lead.
Yep.
So
Slowing it down a bit.
Yep. Yeah, coming out of the timeout, that's probably what they were talking about.
Jaden Murphy throws a jump ball up in the air, and Rhett Medley's going to get that. He did. The step back, Rochelo. Nice looking move, but doesn't get it to go. Rebound, Jaden Murphy with that, doing the splits in midair move as he launches and misses, and so the Panthers come up empty in that trip down the court. Well, apparently that was out of bounds off of Merrimack.
Well, Medlin did a good job with the taking the ball and bouncing it off the Tomahawk player.
Holfaker back to Medlin. Rochelo will take that open shot, and it bounces off the rim and over the backboard. You don't see that too often.
No, you don't.
I don't even know if Larry Bird could do that one on purpose. You need bouncy rims, too. Jack Tarleton, not the guy they want to bring the ball up, and nearly a steal. Tomahawks with it. Into the corner it goes. Still an 11-point lead for the Panthers.
And they
Tarleton,
get it to, and a smart play to get it to their hot guy, Tarleton.
Difficult turnaround, but he makes it. And nice turnaround there. That could have been a foul, but they let it go, and probably right. Medling with an easy put in.
A little press by Nashua South to try to throw Merrimack off their game, and that almost worked.
That was a definite block of a pass.
It was.
But it turns into 2 points. Kind of a lucky turn of events
that's
there.
because it became 4-on-5.
Yeah. Jeremiah Mitchell went up in the air, and I think he took the ball right in the chest. But it ended up, as Tom said, a lucky bounce from Merrimack that turned it into a lay-in. So
an
it's
athletic team.
Certainly. And when these two teams go at it, our two Nashua teams on Super Bowl Sunday, Tom, will be there.
Yes,
right?
we will be, yep.
1 o'clock right here. That is going to be some kind of intense athleticism on display for both teams.
It
no
will
doubt.
be. But the atmosphere is so much different.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what we do miss that. The electricity of a packed gym. There's a nice play, weaving his way through traffic and getting the floater to go was Kyle Egan, the junior for Merrimack, who again don't have any seniors on this team. There's a whistle before the shot, before the drive, and that will go against the Panthers. Kyle Egan brings it down court. Only 7 points ahead are the Panthers right now. Tomahawks chance to cut into it, and here come the fouls. Non-shooting foul, just the second on the team here in the second half against the Panthers. Two fouls apiece for South.
It's a big possession for Merrimack. They can cut this thing down to 5, and they almost do.
They had a great chance to do it.
Look, if I'm a coach, I'm not upset if I get good looks at the basket, and they're getting those good looks.
Ryan Turley was right in close there, but the ball rolled off the back rim. Tomahawks retain possession, and there's a foul even before the throw-in against Merrimack. A push. Try to get open. It's sort of like offensive pass interference, I guess. And it is South ball. I got football in my brain.
Mm-hmm.
Cody Rochelo gets checked, body checked. I got some hockey in my mind there. They let it go. Alfacher with it. And nice between the leg move. In the paint, stops, pops, can't get it to go. Jaden Murphy was in traffic and got assaulted by, I'm turning it to Johnny Moss, by Ryan Turley. Let's see who the call goes against. It is against the Tomahawks, and it was against Ryan Turley, who kind of mugged Michael Rutstein, actually number 13 underneath, who's taken the worst of it. Michael just I'm saying just 5'11". He's a good 2-3 inches taller than me, but he's not the biggest guy on the court by any means, and he's hanging out underneath the basket and getting pushed around. Here's Helfager with it. He is looking for an opening, a seam in the defense. Rochelo will find one. Back out. Alex will shoot it for 3, and it's an air ball. Nice save, Rutstein.
Great play, athletic play by Rutstein.
Driving, Helfager with the floater, and it doesn't go. Trying the tap in was Cyrus Roig, number 12, newly into the game for the Panthers. Cyrus Roig, number 12. He's on the ball right now. He just stole it away from Turley, and Turley fouled. It's 2 quick fouls against Turley. 1:01 to go in the third quarter. Some new names and faces on the court for both teams in that sequence. And
usually, that's very typical at the end of a quarter because they want to rest their guys for that stretch. But boy, Nashua South had some great looks.
Yeah, they did.
Merrimack hanging tough. That 8-0 run at the end of the second quarter is what's doomed them so far. Take that away.
You're right about that.
Take that away.
Yep.
It's a different game.
Even Steven.
Yep.
Cody Rochelo really hasn't taken over yet, or taken a lot of shots, really.
No, I'd want to get him more involved in the offense.
And there he is. He'll pass it. Into the corner it goes. That's Karsten Lemire, number 10, up top. To the other side, Jaden Murphy gets triple teamed. He's got to give it up to teammate. Nice pass. What a play. Oh, yeah. Rochelo almost threw that out of his right ear.
Yeah, but again, John, what did he do on that possession?
Too fancy.
Too fancy. He needed to just take it to the hoop and he'd get the foul. Right, exactly.
He's got the athleticism to rise above the field.
Right.
You're absolutely right. That's a missed opportunity. So no points. Still 7 is the difference. Merrimack has a chance to cut into it. Shea Goodwin, number 2, shoots it, and it rattles in and out. It would look like it was halfway down into the cylinder. Almost a miscue there.
Yeah, Rochelaw wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, Roy floated one to him,
now
and he looked
here's
away.
court awareness. 5 seconds left.
Rochelaw for 3. Good!
Bang. There you go.
Twice in this game, the Panthers have lit up the scoreboard with a 3-pointer as the buzzer sounded first in the first quarter and now in the third quarter. First it was Jeremiah Mitchell. Now it was Cody Rochelaw. We called on him to be more involved and instant offense.
Yeah, they listen to you, John. How about that, huh?
40 to 30.
At least somebody does.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'd say the same thing. Nobody
Right.
listens to me. Unless they're forced to. 40 to 30, 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter in the game. Nice round numbers. So it was close for the first part of the first half. South has had these bursts. High school basketball, or basketball, is that a game of runs, the pros and college, I would say. Tom talks about basketball's a game of runs. It sure is. I mean, how many times have you seen it? One team's ahead by 17, 21 points, and the other team catches fire, and all of a sudden the ball won't go in for the leading team, and before you know it, that's why people say with NBA basketball, you can watch the last 2 minutes and see a close game every time. So we'll see if that's the case here, if this is close or if South continues to pull away and match that 17-point victory they had just a couple of nights ago against this same Merrimack team. Jack Tarleton with his head up, looking for somewhere to go against the tallest player on the court. He shoots it, misses. The tallest player, Miles McClintock, was on him. At 6'6", Rhett Medling is not in the game right now at 6'8". Cyrus Roy gives it up. Number 14 is Daniel Miranda. He passes it, and driving, not able to get it to go, was Karsten Lemire. Down court comes Jack Tarleton. He kicks it into the corner. And I apologized earlier when I said Tarleton wasn't the one they wanted to handle the ball. He's done a lot of ball handling. He's not bad at it. I just looked at him. I thought he was a power forward.
Well, he really is, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, but don't forget, it's such a young team.
Yeah, you have to share the load.
You've got to get your best players with the ball in their hands.
That's right. So Merrimack will inbound it. Down by 10. Key possession here to open the fourth quarter. We're a minute in, actually, and nobody's scored yet. Going to work baseline is Kyle Egan, junior guard.
This Merrimack team, I mean, if I'm Nate Mazerow, I have the feeling that the longer they stay in it, the tougher it might get for my team.
Oh, sure, more dangerous you are.
No doubt about it. And they're a dangerous team. They're down 9 with 6:56 to play, but this is a game where, you go into the locker room at halftime with a big momentum, and you come out, you don't take advantage of it until the end of the period. South seems to be playing their best basketball at the end of these quarters, John.
Yeah. So, free throws made. It's an 8-point game, 40 to 32. South looking for their first points of quarter number 4. Hulfaker kicks it back out. Cody Rochelaw and Alex playing catch. Top of the key, finding a seam. Hulfaker gets bodied to the floor and still makes it. It skims off the glass, nothing but net.
Just an athletic player. He's a little stronger than he was a year ago when he was a sophomore.
We used to joke about the driveway battles between Andres and Alex, what they must have been like, because he really has
we talked about that, didn't we? Yeah, but I think Andres Hulfaker probably won a lot of those.
I know, he's built like a superhero, so, he's got a size advantage there on his younger brother, but certainly the Hulfaker desire that's on full display from Alex. 10-point game again. South in the lead. Merrimack needing to score in every possession to stay on pace. So the pressure is on the offense on this possession. Tarleton can't find space to shoot, so they have to settle for an outside shot. And Tarleton wrestles it away, and he gets fouled.
So I like the ball movement that Merrimack was doing. I think it's really good ball movement for a young team to be able to move the ball around that way, look for the open man, and of course, they get it in the hands of number 12. He's going to the line. Good things happen for Merrimack when number 12 touches the ball.
Austin Denton, the coach of the Tomahawks, takes the opportunity while Tarleton is shooting free throws to have a uncharged timeout.
And I covered both coaches when they played in high school, John.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Austin Denton. He looks like, I wouldn't say that. I mean, he's got a mask on. I was going to say he looks like he could be your age, but I'm out of distance. We all have masks on.
Meddling with a rebound, and we haven't said his name all quarter.
I know, he just came in. I think he took a rest for a while.
Yep.
But there's a giveaway. Merrimack gets it, and trying to steal from behind is Mitchell. He actually bumped into the ball carrier, Shea Goodwin, or ball handler, I should say. So Mitchell's going to get called for the foul. The bump from the back. It is the 6th team foul against the Panthers, Tom. So free throws are going to play a role here in the final.
Both teams
5
have
minutes.
6.
Yeah.
Both teams have 6.
Merrimack trying to cut into the deficit,
Oh,
but
here we
Rochelo
go.
with the steal. He's ahead of the field. He's going up, and he doesn't get a call, but Meddling is in the right spot at the right time for the put-in. Rhett Meddling, he's got to have over 10 points in this game. Very effective tonight. And it is an 11-point lead for the Panthers, 44-33. In the corner it goes. Kyle Egan.
Wow,
got
Meddling.
stopped. Yeah, that was a mismatch and a half right there.
They had
So
Rochelo on a break.
they passed it up. Instead, they'll bring it up deliberately. Mitchell with a burst, fakes the pass, goes up, gets fouled.
Good things happen when you just take the ball straight to the basket.
Yeah. He had the quarterback option there. He faked the dish and went straight to the house. Absorbed the foul. He's at the line. Mitchell hits the first. Into the game for Merrimack comes Aiden Ponder, number 11, for Shea Goodwin. And Jeremiah Mitchell adds to his scoring total tonight. A 13-point lead for the Panthers. Just under 5 minutes left here in Friday night basketball action on Nashua TV. John Collins with Tom King, and our cameraman is Tim O'Neill. His lens you are looking through from midcourt. We're in the corner, down on court level. Cramping the
we're in timeout.
the cheerleaders.
We're in Tim timeout.
We're in timeout. There's a floater, and
Tarleton.
it's good. Tarleton,
Got the steal.
much needed
Oh,
basket.
look at Mitchell wide open down in the corner, but they smartly hold up. No reason to force anything. You've got an 11-point lead with 4:20 left. The clock is your friend.
Yes. Rochelo dishes it off. Hulfacher drives. Meddling, great position in. Good teamwork right there, and Coach Mazerol likes it. 48-35, back to a 13-point advantage for the Panthers. Merrimack with it. And driving, that's a nice looking floater, but it doesn't fall for
Yeah.
Aiden Ponder.
And there we go with Mitchell.
Mitchell.
Nope, holds up. That's smart play.
Hulfacher stops, pops.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't think there's a need to do that. You've got 3:38 to play. Play it.
Take some time
Take some
off,
time
right?
off and see it
Instead,
ends
it
up in
turns
a
into
quick transition
offense.
hoop for Merrimack.
They like the pace because
Right.
they're behind.
Nate Mazerol.
And look at Rochelo.
That athletic ability.
I think he decided not to jam at the last moment, but it's good just the same. 2 points. And South has reached the 50-point plateau. Quick basket there by Kyle Egan.
Timeout for Mazerol. It's a 30-second timeout.
Yep.
And I believe he wants to take some players out maybe, but I wouldn't do that just yet.
Oh, I don't think I think
No,
he wants to.
He wants to go over
When you said he wants to take some players out, I thought you meant like discipline-wise, you know?
No. He wants to go over what they want to do for
Yeah.
the last 3:13. and it probably involves using the clock as much as possible.
Yeah. So
we'll have a good game on Sunday, North-South. North won the first meeting, pulling away down the stretch.
Yep.
With a big third quarter and into the fourth quarter. Once they got it into double digits, it never waned.
So South will be looking for some revenge.
Yeah, we'll see how that works out.
And the other two teams on Super Bowl Sunday, they met early in the season too, didn't they?
What other two teams?
Chiefs and Chiefs.
Yes, they did. Kansas City won that.
Yeah, they did.
Yep.
Okay, so it's going to be an exciting Sunday, that's for sure. Rhett Medling has it, top of the key, looking for something. Teammate open, he finds Cody Rochelo. Medling has the ball stripped from him, and they call a foul. Coach Denton was disputing the call there.
Well, what he's looking at, he's looking at a small player on a big player.
Yeah.
So he's wondering how the big player didn't end up, didn't end up getting called for the foul.
Medling missed the first one and the second one.
Well, that's what I would work on with him is his free throws. Because a guy that big is going to go to the line a lot.
Yep. Merrimack needing points, down 11, and Shea Goodwin can't get it to go.
Yeah, Goodwin's not shy. He'll take it to the hoop.
Mitchell, the layup drill, a little bit overextended on the steps.
Yeah, a little bit, Just did not take that layup smartly. How many open layups is South just, basically thrown away?
Certainly a lot in that third quarter where they struggled to score for 6 minutes.
They won't get those open layups against Nashua North. I guarantee you that.
Yeah.
That will not happen.
If they do, they better make them because they could be in short supply for both teams. In the corner, Mitchell. No, left it way short. 2 minutes to go in Friday night basketball. Merrimack is going to run out of time for this comeback, it looks like, as another shot doesn't fall, and they're down 11 with 2 minutes left. Can't say it's over yet.
Yeah, it would take a miracle right now. They would have to.
Yeah.
The game would have to change the way it's been played.
Yeah, you're right. That shot made by Rochelo, but well after the whistle. Both teams in the penalty right now, so 9th team foul against the Tomahawks, and to the line, Cody Rochelo. Listed at 6'3", class of 2021. He is a senior. Beating up on the young guys tonight.
Yep.
Tremendously talented player. Doesn't go, and down come the Tomahawks. 12-point lead for South. 1.5 minutes left in the game.
And we'll be right back here Sunday, right in our same corner, I would imagine, at 1 o'clock.
Yep,
Sunday at 1, best time for a game.
It is.
John, I won't jinx it. Well, I may jinx it. But I'll tell you right now, the game last Sunday, the 2 o'clock game, started just a little bit before 2, ended at 3:15, hour 15 minutes.
Wow.
Yes.
Lightning.
Right. See, Jason Roby, I've taught him well. He looked at, he's the one who told me that. He says, this game flew by.
It sure did.
And
it wasn't just his imagination.
So, right, so he knows the value of a quick game now.
So that means we're going triple overtime. So,
right, exactly.
In the game that I shall do.
And
South just holding on to it here, under a minute left.
9-point lead with under a minute left.
Yeah.
So Merrimack, basically it's going to be a foul shooting contest, as you said.
Well, Merrimack gave him a tougher battle in this game, did they not? Than the game one?
I didn't see game one, so I don't know how indicative of the play the final score was. But
17
in this game, South had the door ajar for a while, and Merrimack never opened and opened it up and walked through it.
Right, and because namely that third quarter when South didn't score for a solid 6 minutes, they scored one basket and they retook the lead. So
Right.
there was an opportunity missed for Merrimack right there.
Exactly.
At the line, Murphy, no. 35 seconds left to go. And nearly a steal. Shot doesn't fall. Rochelo rebound, wrestles it away from the Tomahawks. 20 seconds left. I don't know if South's going to take another shot.
No, they shouldn't. And Merrimack shouldn't even bother to foul. And they don't call it. Smartly, they don't call it.
Kyle Egan didn't get the memo. He wants to play basketball. So
Right. But
now
that'll
we're
do it.
standing around with 4 seconds left.
Yep.
And a well-deserved round of applause from those who did make it here to Friday night basketball.
Yeah, good
So
job. Good
South,
job by
now
by
3-2.
Nashua South. South 3-2. We'll have a good game on a good battle on Sunday.
Yes,
As
looking
North,
forward to
North
it.
won again today. They sweep Londonderry. So North's off to a good start. So
They're on a roll.
Yep.
They're expecting to win Sunday, but
definitely.
South, Coach Maswell, I'm sure they have other ideas. That's
Yep.
Tom King. I'm John Collins. Thanking you for watching. Thanking our cameraman, Tim O'Neill, and executive producer, Pete Johnson. The final score, South 51, Merrimack 42. And the beat goes on for the Panthers as they get set to play intra-city rival Nashua North on Super Bowl Sunday at 1 o'clock here on Nashua ETV. Good night from South Gymnasium, everybody.